Hello everyone and welcome. So in our today's class we are going to discuss about vulnerable group with special reference to internally displaced persons. And for last couple of days some of my students they have been requesting me to upload a video particularly on the topic of vulnerable group. So this video is especially for you all and I hope it will work for you. Okay, so let's start the class. So what do you understand by vulnerable group? What is the meaning of the word vulnerable, or whom we can consider as vulnerable people? First of all, we need to know the literal meaning of the term vulnerable. What does vulnerable means? So vulnerable literally means exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed either physically or emotionally. I repeat, the term vulnerable, which literally means exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed either physically or emotionally. Now comes to vulnerable group. So vulnerable group means a group of people that experience a higher risk of social exclusion and poverty than the general population. I repeat once again, vulnerable group means a group of people that experience a higher risk of poverty and social exclusion than the general population. Also, the term vulnerable group is applied to the groups of people such as women, pregnant women, women in general and also pregnant women, migrants, refugees, internally displaced persons, those who uses drugs, people who are ill or immunocompromised, or malnutritious people, all comes under the category of vulnerable group. Now the question is, why these people considered as vulnerable people, or why these people comes under the category of vulnerable group? Because these people are physically, mentally, emotionally weak. These people are physically, mentally, emotionally weak. That is why they are dominated by most of the people in our society. These people, as they are physically, mentally, emotionally weak, which makes them dominated by most other people of our society. This makes them vulnerable. Okay, which makes their position and status pathetic, which makes the vulnerable people's position and status in the society pathetic. Their condition is worse than the weaker section of the people that do exist in our society, because they are ignored, they are neglected by the society. The vulnerable people, they are neglected, ignored by most of the people in the society, and they do not have the same opportunities as other people do have. So they want some special treatment, some special care, special protection, special support, especially from the government, and not only from the government, they do want the same from everyone so that they can develop. So this is the meaning of vulnerable group, vulnerable people in brief. I do hope you all understand. Now we need to know who comes under the category of vulnerable group, or whom we can consider as vulnerable people. So there are many examples of vulnerable people, such as women in general, pregnant women as well, children, malnutritious people, elderly people, migrants, refugees, indigenous people, and many more. So these all comes under the category of vulnerable people. And one more, I just forgot to mention, that is internally displaced persons. Internally displaced person. They are also comes under the category of vulnerable group. So these all comes under the category of vulnerable group. So in our next class, we will discuss about internally displaced person in details. Okay. So till then, stay safe, stay at your homes, take care, and we will meet very soon. Good night.